Oi, Savaloi! Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to the TalkCrypto show, and excited to have you join me. Listen, I'm just going to share the $1 a day Bitcoin challenge I'm doing, and want to encourage you at the end of the video, let you know how many sats I accumulated today. It's something that I'm going to document for the God knows how many years, and see where it ends up, and I'll talk about that later. Just want to say again, huge thank you to everyone who's subscribing, massive thank you, and thank you for everyone who's sort of, commenting, liking. There's not many, but we're on the start of a journey, so I appreciate every one of you who do take the time and effort. So please give it a thumbs up, subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything, doesn't cost you anything. I like to like every single video I ever watch, even if I don't like it, straight away, bang. Just appreciate the fact that a person's gone out to actually make a video and put it out there. So that's my little habit that I do, just for showing. I'm not saying that you have to do, of course. You do what's right for you. Right, so where's Bitcoin? We are, I think today is around about 69,000 or something like that. I can't remember. Or 68 and a half. I don't know. It's, again, sound like a broken record, but it's an irrelevance. I'm in it for the long run. We're just at the beginning of this cycle that we're experiencing. We haven't even hit the halving period. What we've got, 24 days roughly until the next halving. We are so early, guys. We are so early. It's crazy. If you're watching this video, if you're new to the space, you are very lucky, my friend, because you're early. And at any point, if I'm honest with you, in the Bitcoin cycle, if you have a long enough perspective, you are early. I'm a massive advocate of Bitcoin, and if you've got a long-term horizon, if you can take a zoomed out approach, if you're not investing more than you can afford to lose, you're going to be absolutely fine. So it's Bitcoin is the new apex predator of the world. So it's that's the reason for me doing these videos. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'm doing my driving, and I've quite like this little format. I don't know about you guys. I've been trying different formats. This works really well for me because I'm out and about. I can have a chat with you while I'm doing other things. I've got other businesses, other interests. I'm a family guy, so time is precious, and I've been wanting to do these videos for a long time, and it's just finding the time. Genuinely, like you all know, we all have excuses, don't we? Haven't got time to go to the gym, haven't got time to do this, haven't got time to do that. Well, we do. We've just got to think about how we can find the time. This is me finding my time. So hopefully it might encourage you guys to do something similar. Obviously you can't go to the gym while you're driving, but you can do maybe start a YouTube video yourself. Why not? Share your experience. Everyone's got something to share, something to say, an opinion. Couple of things I want to talk about. Okay, that's enough of me rambling. One is the news. SBF has been jailed for 25 years. Now, for those of you who don't know, SBF is Sam Bankman-Fried, or Fraud, as I like to call him. He was the CEO of FTX, which basically manipulated, defrauded millions of investors worth billions of pounds, and he was a very naughty boy. He was suddenly sort of blew up out of nowhere in, from memory, was it 2021, something like that, and was on the usual sort of suspects on Forbes magazine, and this is a new sort of young tech entrepreneur, blah blah blah. Isn't he amazing? Sort of geeky MIT sort of grad with crazy hair, came from a privileged background. Anyway, long story short is, he basically just manipulated a lot of what he was doing, and basically, contributed, I think, to the short bull run of the last period that we experienced. So I'm just driving through some country lanes, and it's all a bit tricky around here. This is England, you see, guys. So if you're watching this in America, you've got no concept of little country lanes, have you? So you've got massive highways. But yeah, we've got like one small lane, thank you, and you've got to squeeze 2 cars down it. These roads aren't designed for more than 1 car. And they're blind corners, so you can't see what's coming around the corner. So it's very quaint, as we say in the UK. So, yeah. So long story short, and lots of bad stuff. Anyway, so I guess there's a lot of sentiment out there. My initial sentiment was, wow, he only got 25 years. Now in the UK, if somebody's for good behaviour, people are usually out within like half that time. So I don't know if that's the same in America. Let me know in the comments, because I've got no idea. So my initial instinct was, wow, he could be out in 12 years or 12 and a half years. If there's a similar setup in the UK, I don't know. And even if it's not 25 years, he's still got an opportunity to have his life back. Obviously, he'd be a much older man. And yeah, my initial instinct was, he got off quite likely, because we had Bernie Madoff, who did something similar, didn't he? And I don't know how many years he got, but it was like probably like 10 million years or something like that in America. You guys are like pretty heavy on the number of years you give people. Do they have to actually like stay in there even when they're dead, like for like 10,000 years? Well, I don't know how it works. So initial impressions was, okay, that seems a bit light relatively from what I've seen before. But the other side of me felt like, at the end of the day, this guy, he's a human being. He's done bad. He's going to be punished. It's still a massive chunk of somebody's life. Geez. And maybe that's about right. So he's got an opportunity to come back and make amends and try and be a good person again. So we all make mistakes in life. Obviously he made a massive one, and we all should try and forgive people. I know it's hard sometimes. Sometimes you just want to punch people in the face, don't you? But yeah, we it's anyway. So that was just my little take on it. Love to hear what your thoughts are on it. The other thing, of course, is he damages the whole space, which is really disappointing for everybody. So we don't want bad actors in this space at the end of the day. We want people who are there for the right reasons ultimately, and that could be making money, and that's absolutely fine, as long as it's legitimately done, not a problem. It could be trying to change the world, it could be trying to improve society, or whatever it is. That's all fantastic. So yeah, we just don't want bad actors, but inevitably, unfortunately, human nature has a tendency to throw up the odd few. So I think that's important to be aware of, guys, in this next hyper crazy bull market that we are just starting to scratch. Literally, guys, we're not even there yet. We're not even at the crazy phases. So when the bull market properly flies, probably I don't know, year after the halving. I mean, well, it's the whole period, obviously, but you all know, we're already getting hyped. There's loads of on X and YouTube, massive positivity, which is fantastic. It's nice to have positivity, but when the market gets crazy, there will be the sharks out there. So yeah, just be conscious, be aware. There's going to be loads of scams, as there already are, and there continue to be. So this is when all the leeches start coming out of the woodwork after the bear market, where they go hiding under the woodwork, scuttling away in their dirty little holes. So this is where they start coming out, because they know it's feeding time and they want to feed on you. So don't make mistakes, don't be silly, don't get too greedy. That's the big one. Just be patient, people, be patient. Think about the long term. You don't have to make $1 million in a week, in a month, in a year. Have patience, my friends. Life will reward you. Trust me. It's frustrating sometimes, I know, but just have patience. All good things come to those who wait. So, what else do I want to talk about? Just a quick one on. I'm just watching this video at the moment. A small YouTube channel like mine, a little bit bigger than mine, is interviewing Peter. Oh my god! You know what's so hard about these one-take videos? I've got to try to remember everything. I can't like edit it and come back to it and look at my notes or have a laptop. You know, I'm living driving a car, so I'm trying to like remember everything. Peter Dunkworth or something like that. Anyway, he's a guy who you occasionally see, and if you haven't, talking about Bitcoin being $1 billion, Bitcoin being $50 billion, $1 trillion. Like, wow! Like, these are absolutely insane, hyperbolic, amazing, awesome, exciting figures that will blow our minds. You know, and this is why some of us talk about Satoshi's being worth a lot of money in the future. Who knows whether these figures will happen? Time will tell. You know, hindsight, 2020 hindsight. Is it 2020 hindsight? I can't remember. Anyway, hindsight, you know, is very easy, and it's very easy to look back and go, yeah, of course, you know, yeah, it's always going to happen. But you know, we'll see. Time will tell. So, yeah, very exciting. And this is where I'm going to really screw up this video, isn't it? So he talks about money being like Bitcoin being the ultimate money. It's a medium of exchange, a store of value, oh yes, and a unit of account. I've got that right, yes. It's like the ultimate money. But what, and I get all that, and it's obviously the first global money that has all those properties. You could say gold has elements, but doesn't have other elements. So this is the first time this has ever happened. But he also mentioned something else, and I don't have the answers for you guys, and it's something I want to try and understand, and I'd love to actually interview him to sort of pick his brains on it, but I'm not doing interviews, obviously, at the moment. At some point, maybe I'll get somebody else in the car and we can drive and talk and have like a wide angle view. That'd be quite cool, wouldn't it? So yeah, he talks about, what did he talk about? He talks about a credit system layering on top of Bitcoin. What else was he talking about? Oh my god, this is where the video game goes really, really bad. So it was this whole concept of Bitcoin almost just being so valuable that there's like a credit system layered on top of it. And I was like, the interviewer didn't really sort of pick his brain. Like, you know, I'm a very visual person. People can talk to words to me, and I've got to, okay, that makes sense. Let me re-listen to try and understand it. Re-listen to try and understand it. And ultimately, I'm a very visual person, so I need to see it. I need to understand it. I need to know, what do you mean by a credit layer on top? What does that actually mean? How does it practically work? And he was sort of, that was his argument in terms of the, you know, it becomes like the liquidity of the world. It was something like that. And so I don't understand exactly what that means. I'm not, I've never worked in that sort of banking world of, you know, all those weird and wonderful sort of, I guess, euphemisms that they use. So I can't help you there. I understand a certain element within financial services, because that's my background, but not these credit markets, not understanding how this, you know, how the mechanics of money and possibly the manipulation of how it fundamentally works and plays out. So I really want to understand that, and that was his really based argument. I haven't said that, I haven't seen the whole video yet, so I'm watching it and I'm just doing this video as we're talking. So as I was watching it, so I paused the video and sort of jumped on here. So I want to explore that and understand that and say, okay, so, you know, so there's obviously another layer to why Bitcoin is going to be so incredible, and I want to understand that so I can hopefully share that with you and talk in layman's terms, because I always think that to truly understand something you need to be able to particularly a complex topic, you need to be able to explain it like you would to a child. So I'm your child, and I need to explain it to me. So if somebody can explain it to me, please do. So yeah, it's quite an interesting concept. Bitcoin, as I've said before, is a revolutionary asset. I don't think we have any idea what it all means. So it's a very exciting time to be alive. I don't think most people really understand or appreciate how it's all going to change. Or is it going to change? Maybe we're all wrong. And what we're being used to in terms of the way money works, and debt and credit and it's like, well, I think it's a whole new world. So we'll find out how it plays out, what it looks like, and all the rest of it. Yeah. So that was just a little bit of there, and a little bit of trying to share with you why this guy's talking about a billion, multi-billion, zettabillion, terabillion, I don't know, whatever these numbers are, Bitcoin price. And so that's it. So imagine, guys, if you are doing this $1 a day challenge that I'm encouraging you to do as a way to dip your toe into Bitcoin. That's a good little transition, isn't it? Then these sats that we're accumulating could be worth a bit. They may not be. But with $1 a day, it enables you to dip your toe into the market if you haven't already, or if you've sat on the sidelines for a long while and thinking about, well, should I not? Just $1 a day, for goodness sake. Just put on a recurring buy order with an exchange, and yeah, just collect the sats. I did my $1 a day, and got 1,736, and yeah, that's cool. A little bit less than yesterday, and it'll be interesting to see how that number reduces over time. It will be quite sad to see it reduce over time. But that obviously means the price is going up as well. So the more we can accumulate with these lower prices, the better we'll be in the future. I'm just thinking I've just taken a wrong turning, so because I'm talking to you guys. So listen, I'm gonna have to love you and leave you. Really appreciate if you're still here. Like I said, give us a thumbs up, and thanks so much. Let me know in the comments what you think. Can Bitcoin reach $1 billion? Wow, imagine that. All right, guys, take care. I'll catch up with you soon. Take care.